friends, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm DIY Deborah. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own gluten-free flour blends. We're going to kick things off with a keto low-carb flour blend. Now the key to a good low-carb flour blend, gluten-free flour blend, is to ensure that you have a good ratio of your low-carb flours as well as a form of fiber. Now today in my recipe I'm going to be using a ground flax meal, though you can use chia seeds or psyllium husk or any other suitable gluten-free fibers that you would prefer in your own gluten-free flour blend. But today I'm going to show you how I make my flour blends. I'm starting off with 2 cups of almond flour. I then add 1/3 cup of coconut flour, followed up by 1/4 cup of flax meal. And we're going to finalize things with 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. This is going to be the ingredient that kind of gives gluten-free flours its fluffiness that is missing and will help it spring back and be more delicious. Now I just make my flour blend in a bowl with this dough hook. If you want them to be really fine, you can do them in a food processor or a blender, but this is how I throw mine together. I get these jars from our local Dollarama. They're $1.50 each. They're a 1 liter jar and they will hold a little over 4 cups, and I find that they are perfect for all 3 of the recipes we're going to be covering in this video today. So I just take my little canning funnel, put it over the top of the jar, and we're going to scoop all of our flour into the jar. I also have a little dino label maker that I had picked up at the local Staples. I think you can probably get them off Amazon, or maybe you can get them at Walmart or any place, business supply store, something like that. So I make these little old-fashioned labels that I will attach to the jars, and these are relatively small amounts, about 4 cups of a flour blend, nice just to sit on your countertop and have at hand. So here you see here my little dino labeler, and I will show you and attach the labels a little later on in the video so that you can see what they look like. The second recipe we're going to be covering in this video is going to be a gluten-free self-rising flour blend. This recipe or flour blend is perfect for anything that would require baking powder. Your biscuits, muffins, pancakes, stuff like that. So we're going to start off with 2 cups of white rice flour. We're then going to be adding 1/2 cup of tapioca flour, 1 cup of potato starch. Now I get my ingredients at our local Bark Barn, and potato starch and potato flour are interchangeable. They are the same thing, but if you happen to be going to the Bulk Barn, it is there under potato flour. So we're then also going to be adding 2 tablespoons of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of salt. In this recipe I'm using a pink Himalayan salt. If you would prefer to use a coarse salt or just a white iodized salt, feel free. If you enjoy my content or this video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. So now we're taking the self-rising flour blend, putting it into our mason jar, we're going to label it. Now I have a row of mason jars that I have on my countertop, and they have various things in them. This self-rising flour, shredded coconut, xanthan gum, chia seeds, the things that I may use every day when I happen to be baking a recipe, so that they're just right at hand. I use mason jars that are anywhere from 500 mils to 1 liter, so just small amounts so that I don't have to always be going and digging things out of the cupboard, and just refill them as needed. So here you can see what these little labels look like. So if you happen to want to label yours like this, then I'll be sure to link the Dino labeler in the description box down below. So on to our third recipe of the video is a 1-to-1 gluten-free flour blend. This is going to require 2 cups of white rice flour, a half a cup of tapioca starch, 1 cup of your potato starch or potato flour, and 2 teaspoons of xanthan gum. Now, I've posted the recipes to each individual flour blend at the beginning when I start the recipe, so I will not be including them in the description box down below, so you'll just have to enjoy the video maybe more than once and rewind it or forward it so that you can be able to write down the recipes. So once you combine this really well, again, we're going to take our canning funnel and put the flour blend into the jar. I know this is a little bit redundant, but I wanted to show you kind of how I put everything together and make sure that each flour blend recipe was complete in its entirety, so that you can see how I put my flour blends together. I know a lot of people have been asking me what flour blends are best for what. Now this one in a 1-to-1 will be good for baking your bread or any loaves or cakes, any recipes like that. I thought by putting this recipe or this video together, it would show you how you can put your own flour blend together. And if you don't have your own recipes, well, then you can use these and you can use mine. And I hope that you find them helpful. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found these flour blends helpful and that you will make your own. And yeah, I'm going to be adding a couple other videos at the end that I thought you also might like to enjoy. Thanks so much for tuning in today, folks. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.